They should rename this movie from Eclipse to Exposition, because that's what it is. This is intolerable. This is ridiculous. Like, every now and then, Bella will have a moment with one of the characters, and they'll just say what their life was before they got turned, in a really unnatural and unorganic way. It's literally just, this is the part of the film where you find out what this character used to be like. Okay, so you have to sit through that and then we'll go back to the plot. It's like, no, you incorporate it in. Oh. It's not the premise I don't like, it's the execution. The idea for Twilight came to Stephenie Meyer in a dream, which I do have a problem with, by the way. But the original story she had was that there was this girl and a vampire who were in love, and they couldn't really get near each other because he was craving her blood. Every time he got near her, he would crave her blood and he had to pull away. That's quite an interesting idea. I think that would work really, really well for like a short story or a short film. Yeah, for a series, she had to add in all this bollocks of the werewolves versus the vampires and the Volturi and newborns and imprinting and God only knows what else. I honestly think if she kept it at that very simple story, I mean, I don't think she's a very good writer, but I think I would have enjoyed the story.
You can love more than one person at a time.
Yes, you can! It's called polygamy, and it's fine. I mean, I don't think Edward would be on board, but if you found someone who was on board, do it. I don't think there's a law against polygamy, is there? I'll have to look that up. I spoke for 5 minutes about polygamy. Ow, I just got lemon juice in my eye. Ow! That's what you get for being a raging liberal.
It's not a modern notion. It's not modern. It's ancient.
Wow, you know what? I've been on Bella's side for the majority of this film. She punched a werewolf in the face and now she wants to have sex. I can totally relate to both of those things, even though I will never punch a werewolf in the face. This is so frustrating, just whenever she wants to take control of her own life, just someone else just says nope.
Would you do me the extraordinary honor of marrying me?
What's her favourite film?
Yes.
I bet you don't know, because you never talk about anything that's vaguely relatable. You know when you open a fizzy drink bottle and it makes that psh sound? That just happened when I opened my bottle of vodka.
This is supposed to be...
That's really not normal, is it? I don't know. I don't drink vodka often enough to know what's normal. So I don't know if it's meant to look like sludge or if it's meant to sound like it's fizzy. I don't know. Am I going to die? It'd serve me right for drinking vodka instead of beer.
Asking you to kiss me.
She's engaged. Right at this moment, she is engaged. Just because she's not wearing the ring doesn't mean she's not engaged. I know I just went off in this whole spiel about polygamy, but if you're pledging to someone to be monogamous, you don't fucking kiss someone else. I'm sorry, my Western standards do not allow this. How much better would it be if this was a positive role model instead of some dickhead who I can't even... do you know what? I can't even blame her. She's 17 years old. She's 17. Or is she 18 now? Who cares? She's too young to be making huge decisions like this.
Jacob's thoughts are very loud. I don't know what happened.
I mean, obviously, if she's asking some other guy to kiss her, she's confused. She's not ready for this. This whole thing with the love triangle, I hate it so much. I mean, I don't like love triangles anyway. But this is one of the worst ever. Ever. It's terrible. It's terribly done. It's terribly thought out and it's terribly executed. And now why are they suddenly fighting? What? That came out of nowhere. They just said they're gonna fight now and now they're fighting. And this is some of the worst effects I've ever seen as well. This is terrible! Same move. Same move 3 times in a row. This is bollocks. Oh, that was really bad. I remember seeing that the first time. That was really, really bad. Cheap, cheap, cheap. That is how I can sum up this whole series. Cheap. It is cheap. And it's disgusting. And it's boring. Even though it's brought out some of the most impassioned things I've ever said. I know I keep saying this, but seriously, these are the worst effects I have ever seen in a feature-length film.
Hold on, calm steady, Carrie. The bones on the right half of his body are shattered.
Sorry, what?
Jake, I'm reading it. Jacob, you idiot, I had it! Leah!
This is the worst editing I've ever seen as well.
It would be as easy as breathing with me.
He's got a point. What I was saying through the entire first half of New Moon was, yay, Jacob! I mean, he turned into a dick by the end, but
You know how much I wish it was enough.
they seem to have restricted themselves to Bella choosing Edward or Jacob, and why didn't she choose Mike? Mike was cool. Team Mike. Team Mike and Team Charlie. That is Cess.
I've had to face death and loss and pain in your world, but I've also never felt stronger.
It's like you were anyone else. Having to face loss and pain and change and getting stronger from it. That's life, okay? That's not love.
It's where I belong.
SDFU, Bella, I hate you. I hate you, I hate you. I hate that you're the hero of this. I hate that you're the person I'm meant to identify with. I just hate Twilight, full stop. I hate it. I think my neighbours have started having sex, and my first thought was, still a better story than Twilight. Because it is. Even though they argue all the fucking time, at least they show some fucking emotion in their relationship. I made it all the way through, and I didn't actually go mental. Okay. So this is the part where I give my conclusion. Boring. Really, really boring. Even by Twilight standards. Boring. If nothing else, it brought out some interesting debate with myself. The fight could have been cool, but the effects were awful. The only interesting thing I can say about it is I don't understand why this got a higher review than New Moon, because this was dire. I mean, New Moon had something in it at least, even though it was kind of a rehash of the first one, which is probably why it got such a low review. I still think that was funnier, unintentionally funnier, but still funnier than this one, because this one, it was just boring. It was just boring. And I've said that about the first 2 films, that it was just boring, but no, this was just boring. I thought I'd experienced just boring until I saw this. This is just boring. I really hope the one where they have sex is less boring. That's got to be the highlight, surely. I don't mean that in a pervy way. It must be the most interesting thing because it's the biggest thing that's happened in their relationship because nothing's happened in their relationship yet. I don't think there's much else to say about it. Okay, well I suppose the next time you see me I'll be reviewing Breaking Dawn Part 1.